Hello everyone, how are you all doing today? I hope you're all doing well. So today we'll be talking about getting admission into USA universities with low CGPA. So I see that a lot of people are struggling to get admission or to apply to schools because they have low GPA and all of that. So I've been able to make some research and I found a lot of universities you can apply to even if you have low GPA. All right. So I have compiled the list and there are really much, about 100 of them, a lot, I'm telling you. So I took my time to make a lot of research and find a lot of universities you can apply to with or without a high GPA. But what I'm going to do is that I'm going to split them because it's not easy sharing them live like this one after the other. So I'm going to talk about 10 that you can apply to even if you have low GPA. Then, like, this is going to be a series. I'm going to take it bit by bit and we can be able to see all of the schools and maybe other opportunities you stand to gain while you apply to most of these schools. So, but before I share the screen and talk about the universities I found out that you can apply to with low GPA, let me actually give you some tips in case if you are in this category, in case if you have low GPA and you're finding it difficult to get admission into some of the schools, just like here in Germany, if you're applying for masters, okay, basically what I'm talking about today is for those going for postgraduate studies, so not undergraduate. If you are going for postgraduate studies and you have low CGPA, you are finding it difficult to get admission, you don't have to worry because I've been able to make some research for you and you can find some universities you can apply to even if you have low GPA. And with the tips I'm going to give in this video, you can be able to, increase your chances of getting admission into most of these schools, because sometimes when people have low GPA, they tend to, shy away from applying to schools and all of that. I've been able to also come across some people who are so worried about, can they actually go for masters direct with the low GPA they have. There are some situations when you come in contact with me and I'm able to see your result, your final grade point average. When the chances are very low, I can tell you, okay, with what you have, I would advise you to maybe go for another bachelor's. While there are some people I can say with what you have, if you are able to package your application very well, you can be able to get masters direct. Because here in Germany, I'm trying to give example, with where I am. If you want to study masters in Germany, some of the schools would want you to actually have a minimum of 2.5, and that is when you convert what you have. I'm from Nigeria, so when you convert your grade from Nigeria to the German grade, it has to be, minimum of 2.5. And sometimes some people don't get up to that, sometimes it becomes complicated. I can also show you how to convert all of these things, but today we are talking about the universities you can apply to, with low GPA. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to give you some tips before I share about 10 universities you can apply to right away with low GPA. But if you have low GPA, I'm going to, tell you that you don't have to shy away from applying to schools. What you just need to do is to package your application very well and you can be able to get admission. Then when it comes to your CV, I would encourage you to actually, put in some work experience, some volunteer programs you have done. When you do all of that, it increases your chances. They can see that, oh, even if maybe you didn't do well academically, there are some things also you have been doing aside academic work, and it can also increase your chances of getting admission. Then you need to also, increase your chances through your personal statement. Some schools might want you to write essay, that is motivational letter. So when you are writing most of these motivational letter, I can tell you that some of the schools or some of the admission officers, they read most of these things word to word. So when you are writing motivational letter and you have low GPA, what you can do is you need to present yourself in a positive light. If you have reason for why you had low GPA, you can also include it there, and maybe also talk about the things you are doing right now that have made you different from what happened previously, right? Then if you can also get recommendation letter, if you can get recommendation letter from people who know you too well, maybe from professors who can talk about it in a positive light, maybe from your workplace, get a good letter of recommendation, people who are in high positions that can give a good light about you. That will also increase your chances of getting admission, even if you have low GPA, right? And some schools, there are some things they also do. Even if you have low GPA, some schools can accept you on a conditional admission basis. And you don't have to also, shy away from that. There are some schools, I know of my school, there's a particular course, which is international economics, international relations and economics. That this particular course, most of these people applying to that course in my school maybe studied education, economics, or maybe economics, political science, and all of that. So when you study a course that is not actually exactly what it is, that is not actually related to that course, or maybe you don't have all the ECTS to get into that course, what they actually do is that they will give you conditional offer. And when they give you this conditional offer, what you just have to do is when you start studying, you have to complete some prerequisites. They can say you have to do like 30 ECTS before you can get into the main program. So that is also another way to get admission, even if you have low GPA. And maybe conclusively, this is like just some tips I'm trying to give you, even if you don't have a high GPA. These are like some tips you have to have at the back of your mind, because I can also share some schools right now. And when you are making application, you think because they have said they're accepting low GPA and all of that, and you just push your application anyhow. Most times they can deny people like that. But if you are able to take all of this advice I'm giving, like try to package your application very well, your CV must be on point, your letters of recommendation, your personal statement, that is your motivational letter and all of that. So like try to package everything related to this application, and you're going to stand a very good chance of getting admission. So right now, I'm going to share the screen, talk about the 10 universities I have in mind. I'm going to do that briefly. It's not going to take a lot of time. So the links are already in the description box. You can check them out and you can be able to see for yourself and make more research. But if you are seeing me for the first time, I am so happy to be here. I'm so happy to also have you on my channel. So my name is Favor, and I'm a Nigerian currently doing my master's in Germany. On this channel, I create contents that relate to international study opportunities like fully funded scholarships, how to study abroad for free, documents required, and all the tips and tricks of how you can migrate abroad at little or no cost. So if that sounds like what you're interested in, please do well to subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell so you'll be notified anytime I upload all these amazing videos or anytime I come up live like this. So we have a Telegram group and the WhatsApp channel you can join. In case if you're making most of these applications, you can be able to join and ask questions. Then I have a paid consultation you can book if you need professional advice, or if you need to consult me in terms of your travel needs and all of that. You can book a session with me. It is $10 per hour, and we can be able to talk about your travel needs. I can see the documents you have, and I can be able to advise you better. So right now, let me share the screen right away. I have some people here. Thank you so much for joining the live stream. I'm so happy to have you. Victor, thank you for being here. I really appreciate. All right, so we get going. And here we are. the first university I'm talking about is Troy University. So we are talking about 10 universities in USA that you can apply to with low CGPA, right? So the first one we are sharing right now is Troy University. And you can see when you come down here, you can see that for admission, for graduate admission, you can see what you just need to do is have a bachelor's degree with a minimum overall undergraduate grade point average of 2.5 on a 4.0 scale, or a 3.0 grade point average on the last 30 semesters hours. So I'm not going to read everything. The links are in the description box. I took my time to, put a detailed information in the description so you can take a look at them. But I'm just showing you this university, which is Troy University. You can apply to them with low CGPA. And this is California State University in Los Angeles. You can see when you come down here, you can be able to see what they need you to have. And you can see for graduate studies, you just have to have a grade point average of 2.5 in an acceptable end bachelor's degree, So 2.5 is what they're looking out for. If you have something like this, you can apply to them. Just take a look at their website. You can be able to get more information about them. So this is California State University in Los Angeles, and this is California State University in Bakersfield. So this particular school is also taking students with low GPA. So I just want to be sure we are sharing this live. All right, so this one is also taking students with low GPA at least 2.5. You can see it here on a 4.0 scale. So if you have something like this, check out this university. That is California State University, Bakersfield, and you can be able to, get admission. The next one we are talking about is Illinois State University, and they have also specified that even if you have low GPA, you can apply to them and you will be accepted. For their master's students, you can see that they said, in addition to the overall graduate school requirements above, an individual applying to a master's program must also have a minimum of 2.8 GPA on a scale of 4.0. All right, so if you have something like this, do well to check it out and apply to them. This is Illinois State University. So the next one we are talking about is Webster University, and they are also accepting students with low GPA. So when you come down, you can see what they want, and you can be able to see that they have specified that even if you have, okay, for international students, look at what they're looking out for. If you have low GPA, you can apply to them without any stress. And I think they also mentioned that if you studied previously in English, you can also apply to them without writing IELTS. So if you are interested in this school, do well to check them out. So this is it for Webster. If you read all of this, if you take your time to read about their graduate admission requirements, you can see that they also accept students with low GPA. So the next school we are talking about is Arkansas State University. And if you come down, you'll be able to see that they have said for you to get admission into their graduate studies, you need to achieve a minimum cumulative undergraduate grade point average of 2.75 on a 4.0 scale, or a 3.0 GPA on the last 60 hours. So if you have anything of this nature, 2.75 and all of that, they are willing to take you into their graduate programs. And you can see the next one is Arkansas Tech University. They are also taking students with low GPA. So if you want to study in this school, all you just need to do is, they said applicants, this is unconditional admission for entering graduate studies. So you understand what I mean by unconditional. Unconditional is that you have met all the requirements, while conditional is that there are some things you haven't met, that with time you can be able to meet them. So this is like their unconditional admission for entering graduate studies. You can see that what they need from you is that applicants must have a cumulative grade point average of 3.0 on the last 30 hours of undergraduate work, or hold a graduate degree from an institutionally accredited institution to be accepted into Arkansas Tech University. So take a look at them. If you have interest in this school, you can be able to apply to them without delay. All right, so the next one is University of Massachusetts, Boston. And you can see here, when you come down, you can be able to see that this particular school is also taking students with low GPA. So if you have low GPA, you can come down here. You can see what they need: a minimum cumulative grade point average of 2.75 on a 4.0, or international equivalent in all undergraduate work. Please note that some programs may require a supplemental list of coursework and/or discipline-specific GPA calculation. Please review your program's requirements to confirm. So this is like their standard GPA for accepting international students, but some programs might have their special requirement which you have to meet to be accepted into that program. Just like I told you, I gave example with my school that they might accept you, but for that particular program, they might accept you, but you need to do some preliminary courses before you can get into the master's program proper. So this is University of Southern Indiana, and this particular school have also specified that they can accept international students with low GPA. And they said graduation with a bachelor's degree with a minimum cumulative grade point average of 2.5 from a college or university accredited by the Higher Learning Commission or a comparable association. So if you have 2.5, that is good for you. Then they can also take you if you have a minimum grade point average of 3.0 in all courses taken at the graduate level at all schools attended. So this is it. If you want to study in this school, University of Southern Indiana, do well to know that if you have low GPA, they can accept you. So the next one is Mississippi College, and you can see for their admissions requirements for their master's program or graduate program, what you just need to have is a 2.5 on the graduate grade point average. So if you have low GPA, you can take a look at this school. Just put in practice all of these tips I gave you, and you can be able to get admission. We talked about Troy University. We talked about California State University, Los Angeles. We talked about California State University, Bakersfield. We talked about Illinois State University. We talked about Webster University. We talked about Arkansas State University. We talked about Arkansas Tech University. We talked about University of Massachusetts, Boston. We talked about University of Southern Indiana. We talked about Mississippi College. So I've given you about 10 universities right now that you can apply to without delay. Oh my God. So someone said, I'm currently an MBA student in Germany and would love to do in an English-speaking country. Oh, this is nice. Which city are you in Germany? Where are you? I'm actually in North Rhine-Westphalia, but right now I'm not in Germany. I'm in Hungary. This is nice to see someone in Germany. So, but you can send me a message. We can catch up on Instagram or Facebook or Telegram, anywhere. Then we can talk about it. So if you are looking for an English country, UK is there, Canada is there, US is there, Australia is there. So you can take a look at most of these places and you can find something that will interest you. So we've come to the end of the video. I am so happy to have you all. If you haven't subscribed, do well to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified anytime I come up live like this. And let me know if you will apply to most of these schools I talked about. Okay, you are in Bremen. That's nice. Not too far from where I stay actually. Though it's far, but not too far. All right. But we can catch up. Try to send me a message on any of the platforms and we can be able to catch up. I'm so happy to have you on my live stream. Thank you for being here. All right. So if you haven't subscribed, do well to subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell so you'll be notified anytime I come up live like this and anytime I upload all these amazing videos. Until my next video, love you, stay blessed. Bye.